Okay, we're going to do another speed run on chapter 2, part 5. And notice I paste that over there so I can zoom in. Let's look at the major dimension on this, and it's going to be 4.5. So, new part, assume English units, sketch, 2D sketch. Try to make a speed run here. So, click on this. Before we click a second time, just lay it over that axis, 4.5, enter. It automatically puts the dimensions in there. Then going to zoom all, moving this down a little bit, zooming back a bit, and then drawing out the rest of the shape. I find that's to be the best way to do it. You can hover over that one. That way you don't have to worry about these things getting skewed when you're moving them around. And the initial size that is. Well, that didn't show the angle there, so I wonder how we could get that one. I guess we could do the other angle. In that last video, we showed that you could put a reference line there. I wonder if we could maybe use click on one of these. Let's see, that's going to be the x-axis. I don't think it's going to let us do that. Nah. Okay, so we will just try to do it another way. Not preferred, but we can put a construction line down there like this. And then we will just lock it into this position here so that maybe we don't have to worry about that being underdefined. Make it a solid, a construction line, going back to dimensions, measure from this to this, and call that 60 degrees. Getting out of order here, but how about another circle and a circle as we're moving around? And then just hopping around doing this distance here, just clicking on that, coming barely out there. If you come out too far, it'll try to measure the horizontal or vertical distance. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Let's go over on this side. We're still in dimension mode here. So hit escape when you need to. This needs to be 1. And again, it looks like we need another vertical line from which we could measure the 60-degree angle. I'm going to snap this into that distance just so it reduces the number of unknowns, the number of missing constraints. So turn that into a construction line, going back over here, dimension to that area, type in 60. We also have a length right here. We know that that is 3.5. I wonder if that's enough to constrain the outside. It looks like it. Let's go ahead and put this one as 0.5. This one over here as 1. We'll make this a 1/2 inch from the bottom. And let's see, where else does it need to be? 1 inch from the left-hand side. That one's fully constrained now. You see, this one needs to be 1 inch. And what about the other placement? Oh, it looks like it's 3.5. So we go here all the way to this end, coming down here at 3.5. Now, I think the two undefined constraints here are probably the result of these two being undefined in their length. To check that, what we can do is right-click. Let's see, maybe hit escape. Right-click and say show all degrees of freedom. It's basically saying this is unknown length and that's unknown length. We're going to call that acceptable, although I'd prefer it say fully defined down there. Maybe we can find a way to do that. All right, so let me go ahead and hide all degrees of freedom. Okay, let's see if we can clean up this diagram a little bit. We want the bigger dimensions on the outside, making sure that those are clearly readable. The biggest dimension here is 4.5. Let's pull this one in closer and this one in closer still. Does that look good? Got some overlapping numbers here, so that's not acceptable. You can bring this in, and I guess this can go on the inside. That looks okay. Now I have an idea about getting this to be fully constrained. Instead of trying to, dimension this right here, we can just say, what if we make it the same length as that one? Did that reduce the number of it? So if we click on this one and this one, make them the same length, sure. And then we can also make this one the same length as that one. That'll do it. Okay, so let's just always do that when it comes to getting things fully constrained. How thick does this need to be? Probably, let's see. Oh, that's hardly readable there. Hmm. So what we'll do is we'll just try to type in a number to see if it looks right. So let's go over here to extrude. We'll extrude back in the other direction. And let's see if 0.25 looks right. So zero in on it. It looks to be a bit much. See if y'all can tell me what that number is. That kind of looks like 0.25, but not sure. I ended up making that 0.25 and see if I can zoom back out of here. Make it look like the other one. Okay, we're going to call that good enough. Going to annotations and promoting the dimensions forward. Clicking on the extruded part here and copying all those dimensions over. You can see all of these things here. Let's clean up these locations and then turn it in. Try to make sure that we follow that rule of having bigger dimensions on the outside. And let's see, what is that? Is that our mysterious blurry one? So if we orbit over the top, we do see that that is the 0.25 that we were looking for. All right, so we can kind of maybe save it like that right there. Maybe zoom in just a little bit. And we'll save this one as, keep clicking the wrong thing on that one. File, save as. This is part number 5 in chapter 2. All right, that's it. See you in the next video.